was a real cannibal. I felt dope, ain't even wipe off his hand. I ain't never see you do nothing. I ain't never see you shoot shit up. I ain't never hear you.
Like, comment, subscribe with the notification bell. Seems like Trigger Black from Lamron 300 was killed last night, man. R.I.P., man.
TTE KenKen, man. TTE KenKen was killed. He was killed this year. He was killed this year. And we was wondering, like, damn, what happened to KenKen? And you know, all this going on now, all the Reeko indictments and everything. And then, you know, I was talking to some real members, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, if Scud was here, he'd be locked up.
Oh, see, they should have been ducking. You want to be tough. Oh, for them grand.
Y'all already know, man. Chirac rumors, we in the building, man. Remember, we not saying nobody did shit. We just speaking on rumors. And the rumor we speaking on today is the rumor that Munna Duke shot and killed OTF KenKen, TTE KenKen. So we're going to speak a little bit about KenKen and Munna Duke, and then we're going to speak about the incident where KenKen lost his life. We're going to start off with Munna Duke. So Munna Duke, he from the low end. You know, he ended up moving from the low end to Parkway. God damn it. You know, Parkway ended up, you know, Parkway was known as Wick City at the time, you know, and then ended up becoming O Block after O.D. Perry died, you know, all type of shit. The whole time, Munna Duke, he came over with E-Dog now. Gleesh came over there later on. Gleesh originally from AMG. People like Bond, T-Roy, J Money. Like, Munna Duke, he from that golden era, you know. You know, like the real golden era. Not OD them era, the era after that. T-Roy, Bond, J Money, Duke, like, he come up in that golden era and shit like that. So, Duke ended up making a name for himself from a few things, but like the Get Back era, that shit, that's kind of like what Duke damn near like overly made his name. He probably did a few things that kind of, you know, contributed to his name before the Get Back era, but the Get Back era is what solidified him and shit like that. Like Duke name come up multiple incidents during that time in 2017 for sure. So a lot of people found out about Duke before King Von, but really after King Von really just made it known that, you know, became a famous rapper and shit. When Von became like super famous and shit, like the people who was not, you know what I'm saying, really tapped in like that, like basically everybody ended up knowing about Duke after Von made a name for himself. But Duke was already solidified though. Like I ain't finna just hop up in here like, yeah, his ass was a serial killer like Melly and Von. I ain't finna say that. But he right, you know what I'm saying, you know, not to be comparing, but you know, he not far behind, bro. I just put it like that. Like Duke ass not far behind, but you know, certified member though, you know, like his ass solidified in his area, you know, like Duke ass, like I said, he started Get Back Gang. Him and T-Roy brother HK started that shit, you know, Get Back Gang, that's me and Heck on phone them, like, you know, so that shit damn near made Duke solidified and shit like that. But yeah, that's Duke and shit like that, like, you know, killer, man, you know, the whole time, you know, he put real belts and shit. That's why when you see people like Nemo and all them type of people getting into it with him, it's like, they not even, like, Nemo not even the caliber of Duke to even be getting into it with him. You see what I'm saying? So the whole time, you know, yeah, so Duke definitely solidified. Now let's talk about KenKen. So KenKen, TTE member, Tay-Town, OTF, you know, tied in with the Lamb for years. The Lamb and TTE they basically been the same thing, you know. Before they started whatever, little friction, whatever, they was basically the same shit. So whole time, TTE, KenKen, he one of the real members for Tay-Town. But the whole time, KenKen got like some smut on his name. Like he got like some real smut on it, like real dirt on his name. So the whole time, you know, back in the early 2010s, KenKen and two of his, you know, homies that's also from Tay-Town, they end up going to jail for the assault of the S assault of like a 12-year-old girl, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like they damn near assaulted the girl, recorded it. I think they put it on Facebook. Like that shit was like some real. That shit was some. That was some other shit, fool. That was damn near some. Whoever out here taking shit from little girls and shit, like you want some him type shit. You want some his ass type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever do that type of shit, you know. But yeah, fool. So KenKen, it's crazy cause whole time KenKen, he's somebody who gonna shoot his gun and, you know, his name come up in a lot of shit too. So, you know, as far as his homies is concerned, he was able to still be one of the guys after that shit. After he damn near essayed a little girl, him and his homies, since he a shooter and a killer, he was still able to be one of the guys. So, you know, that's why people be like, yeah, y'all some threats, alright? Y'all some real threats. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all out here holding down little kids and shit and taking their innocence and all this goof ass shit. Like, y'all ass, you know. Anyway, so, like I said, yeah, KenKen, he a shooter, killer, all that shit, but he got that smut on his name. You know, that's real dirt on his shit. So, the whole time, alright, but, like, you dealing with two people from the streets, two people that's gonna put belt to you if it come down to it. So, now that we got that out the way, we can start speaking about, you know, the incident with KenKen losing his life and shit like that. So, the whole time, man, Lamron, we gotta talk about Lamron and Tay-Town. Lamron and Tay-Town, you know, before the friction, they've been like the same thing for years. They've been tied in, you know, probably little, even when they was tied in, they was having like little spats, and you know, it damn it, like this ain't the first time they've been into it, you know, but this the first time where so much attention, like the people know about it. Like the people know about this, like this clash that Lamron and TTE is having, the world know about this shit, but they've been into it before this shit, the world just ain't know about it. So the whole time, you know, Lamron is mad at Tay-Town this time around. This time around, they mad at Tay-Town because it's like Lil Durk is, like they mad over Lil Durk. Lamron mad at Tay-Town over Lil Durk because Lamron, like Lil Durk ain't just treating Lamron like that's his main block, basically. You know, like Durk, for whatever reason, he decided to go over to Tay-Town and start treating them like they his main block. Like 9 times out of 10, the reason that Lil Durk fell back from Lamron is because they were probably feeling too entitled to his shit. They was probably feeling too entitled to all his shit, like, you know, his fame, his money, his clout. Like, yeah, you from my block. They was probably getting too entitled type shit. So Lil Durk probably was like, man, y'all my block. Y'all not me. You know what I'm saying? This my shit. I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get to get y'all little, you know what I'm saying, shit in the air, you know, every here and there, but y'all ain't me, fool. I'm Durk. You know what I'm saying? So Durk ended up falling back from the lamb, and he ended up going to Tay-Town. Like I said, Lamron and Tay-Town is like the same shit. Before they got into it with each other, they like the same shit. Like, Tay-Town is on 61st, Lamron is on 64th. 61st are normal, and 64th are normal. You know what I'm saying? They right up the street, you know? So, alright, long story short, Tay-Town and Lamron, they mad, you know, they into it over Lil Durk. Lamron mad that Durk showing favoritism to Tay-Town. So, the shit gets so real to it. Like, everybody know it started off with talking shit, woofing on the internet, then it leads to fighting, then it leads to shooting, then it leads to killing. We already know how the cycle goes. So the whole time, the cycle ended up running its course, and Lamron members is out here, Lamron and Tay-Town members is out here shooting and killing each other, you know? And you know, OTF is crazy because you got OTF members that's Lamron, and you got OTF members that's Tay-Town. Like, you got OTF Diddy, he Tay-Town. But then you got OTF Lil Vonnie, Lamron. OTF Twin, Lamron. You know, like, it's just, you know, Booney Mo, he Lamron affiliate, but he really BBG and shit like that. It's like, the OTF shit, it damn near, it's like the dream team type shit. Y'all not all from the same block. Y'all, you know, we got multiple people from different blocks, but everybody OTF type shit, you know? So, even though KenKen up in there, goddammit, TTE Cameron, I'm talking about TTE Cameron. OTF, KenKen, he TTE. So the whole time, man, like I said, man, Lamron and TTE, they going back and forth. So the day that KenKen would lose his life is also the same day that a Lamron member would lose their life. You know, Trigger, by the name of Trigger Black. So before we get to talking about Trigger Black and KenKen losing their lives and shit, we gotta talk about the alliances and all the blocks that's linked with each other, because you know what I'm saying, I gotta make this make sense for the people that's not tapped into this shit. So the whole time, when Lamron fell out with TTE, blocks like O Block end up siding with Lamron. And then, you know, certain other blocks on the other end, they end up siding with TTE. But O Block definitely sided with Lamron during their beef against TTE. So the whole time, it's shit that come with that. Ain't no, I'm just gonna side with them, but I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. No, you in this shit now. You riding with them, and if we catch you, it's the same shit now. So the whole time, now it's smoke. There go the smoke. People like, damn, where's the smoke between O Block and Tay-Town? There you go right there. You know what I'm saying? O Block riding with Lamron. Lamron into it with Tay-Town, and O Block riding with Lamron. So the whole time. Alright, now we finna talk about Trigger Black. And then I just want to say this too, man. When you side with somebody, sliding comes with that, bro. Like doing hits come with that. Ain't no just siding with Lamron, but I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Like, you might have to do hits behind this shit. You might have to slide behind you sliding with them, you know? Or for them gonna slide, might slide on you behind you sliding with them. Like, you know, that pick a side shit real, you know? So, people live and die, like people die behind picking a side, you know? People kill behind picking a side, so just keep that in mind. So, whole time, it's a member by the name of Trigger Black from Lamron that died the same day as KenKen. But whole time, Trigger Black, like I said, Lamron been linked with O Block for years. Like Trigger Black, everybody know the biggest rapper from O Block is Chief Keef. Like, goddamn it, Trigger Black be in O Block members videos like Sosa. He like, you go look up a lot of classic Sosa videos like Trigger Black and Sitgo, Trigger Black in a lot of Keef videos. It's Sitgo. I know some other shit too. I think he it's a lot of like old Chief Keef videos when he first popped out, but he definitely a Sitgo for sure. So it's a lot of ways that I can show you like how Lamron linked to O Block, but just know they link. So just off that, you know, Trigger Black, he got a lot of relationships in the O. He got a lot of relationships in Parkway, you know what I'm saying? So whole time, like I said, Lamron already linked. Like I said, O Block already linked with Lamron. And then Trigger Black, he, like, just outside of them being linked, he got his own personal relationships with O Block members and shit like that. So boom, Trigger Black ended up getting killed. So whole time, you know, Lamron, they blew. They blew about this shit, you know? O Block blue. Like when O Block members die, Lamron, all the people they link with, they be blue too. O Block just don't be blue. Like shit. Certain, like look, when T-Roy died, all the Lamb was blue. But they from Lamron, but that don't mean nothing. Don't feel them, they linked. So it's like, so boom. When Trigger Black died, of course Lamron blue. But whole time, it's O Block members that blew about that. Like whole time, let me find out it's O Block members that blew about that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So whole time, fool. As everybody already know, KenKen died the same day. KenKen died the same day as Trigger Black. And that shit go on, man. That shit go on. Like, people get killed in a lot of hoods and it be retaliation the same day. Like Dooski. Dooski died. Waldo died the same day. Like within 24 hours. You know, even though ain't nobody killed GK and them people, but Lil TJ and them, they stole a gun from GK. The same day Lil TJ died, so this shit go on. Like, it's a lot of same day retaliations. Whether it be murder, whether it be somebody took a gun, you know, it be, you know, long story short, it's definitely that same day retaliation shit is definitely a thing. So, Trigger died, Lamron, O Block blew about that shit. Nah, when KenKen died, he was on 115th and State. So, whole time, you know, he in the hundreds. For the people who don't know, that's the wild hundreds and shit like that. And he was in the between two houses. He was in the middle between two houses. So, what's being said is that KenKen was backdoored, like in some type of way. Like I'm telling you, this is one big BD community. You got certain BDs that don't like each other, and you got certain BDs that's cool with each other. It ain't nothing for Lamron or O Block to get in contact with a BD or some BDs that's cool with KenKen and tell him like, yeah, we finna link with you or whatever, like, meet us over here, we finna pull up. It ain't nothing. It's one big ass, that's what, like, backdooring, like, in the BD community is easy if you know the right people. You know what I'm saying? If you know a lot of people in the BD community, if you, like, super tied in the BD community, it's easy to backdoor somebody else, you know? If you, like, got a lot of juice in the BD community type shit. So, it ain't shit for Lamron and O Block to get in touch with somebody that's cool with KenKen and that can set the get together up. You know, I'm talking about get together, but you see what I'm saying? They go ahead, you know what I'm saying, set that oop up, like put us in tune with dude, tell him to go over there and we, you know what I'm saying, that you finna pull up, and then, you know, and since it's you, he gonna be comfortable. You know, so whole time, somebody that KenKen was comfortable with told him to meet them on 115th and State between these two cribs and shit like that. So whole time, man, what's being said is that Munna Duke and a Lamron member pulled up, you know what I'm saying, to 115th and States, hopped out the car, you know what I'm saying, ran in the cut where KenKen was waiting at. Where he was waiting at, you know what I'm saying, for his homie, his so-called homie to meet him at, you know what I'm saying? So whole time, you know, like I said, KenKen a killer, he'll shoot all that shit. So for him to just have his guards down like he did in this situation, that's how you know it's a back door. He ain't just gonna be lacking like that if he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Whole time he was supposed to be, he was under the assumption that he was meeting up with somebody that he was cool with, he was comfortable with. But whole time it was a back door, you know? And you know, what's being said is that it was Munna Duke and, you know, one of the photos from the Lamb and shit like that. They damn near popped out the car, ran in the cut, and gunned down KenKen, you know? So the whole time after they gunned down KenKen, you got people like Lil Reese laughing on social media. You got people like Poodle LaFleur laughing. You know, you got this side of the BD community that don't mess with the Tay-Town them all laughing at the shit. You know what I'm saying? People were shocked because Lil Reese got so much close ties to Lil Durk. For him to be laughing at one of the Lil Durk artists getting killed, you know, people were like, damn, what the hell going on? But the whole time, like, people not really understanding how intertwined this backdoor shit is with what's going on. They killing each other. But to the world, people looking like Lil Durk and Lil Reese, they homies. Like, they on two different sides of a real war right now, you know? But the reason that you know that, you know, Munna Duke has something to do with KenKen being killed is that when Munna Duke died, people outside of the O Block Lamron Tay-Town shit, you know, outside of that shit, the other reason that you know that Munna Duke has something to do with KenKen is that when Munna Duke died, KenKen people started posting pictures of KenKen saying rest in peace to him, as if Munna Duke killed him, you know, because that's, you know what I'm saying, tradition in Chicago, like in the drill culture, like when goddamn it, like goddamn it, when King Von died, everybody started posting Modell and KI and shit like that. So when Munna Duke died, KenKen people posted KenKen and saying RP to him, that's an indicator that Munna Duke killed KenKen, you know. And then you hearing a lot of people bring KenKen name up in the Lil Path shit. So the whole time, there's some people feel like, man, Durk paid to get KenKen out the way. Either way you look at it, fool. When Munna Duke died, TTE started posting KenKen. So for the people who in the trenches, they know that means he had something to do with. But like I said, man, Trigger Black, that was a love member for Lamron, O Block, all that shit. And you know, O Block, they riding with the Lamb during the Tay-Town shit. So, and then people posting KenKen saying RP when Munna Duke died. So y'all just did, goddamn it, y'all do the rest in y'all head. Like y'all already know what that means, man. Munna Duke killed goddamn it KenKen. Like I said, man, remember this Chirac rumors. Remember we not saying nobody did shit, we just speaking on rumors, man. Shout out everybody keep putting up.
I know he's a real killer, but I'm saying do it. Ain't even wipe off his hand. I ain't never see you do nothing. I ain't never see you shoot shit up. I ain't never hear you.
Like, comment, subscribe with the notification bell. Seems like Trigger Black from Lamron 300 was killed last night, man. R.I.P., man.
TTE KenKen, man. TTE KenKen was killed. He was killed this year. He was killed this year. And we was wondering, like, damn, what happened to KenKen? And you know, all this going on now, all the Reeko indictments and everything. And then, you know, I was talking to some real members, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, if Scud was here, he'd be locked up.
Oh, see, they should have been ducking. You want to be tough. Oh, for them grand.